Good morning. I'm getting ready to do some Christmas journaling, scrapbooking pages, and I'm going to be doing the Grinch from now until forever because one of my one of my daughter's family, so my grandson, is way into the Grinch. So I am going to do a technique called Wack and Stack today. So I have 5 pieces of paper, and these will be tags. So they're 2.5, I think, by 5. And then I have 5 pieces of paper that are matching, and they're also 2.5 by 5. So what you do with this, so simple. You're just going to cut this paper into 5 different pieces. And I like to, don't ask me why, but I like to start out with a straight edge on one end so that I mess up less. Let's put it that way. Okay, so I'm going to turn this over. So this is going to be there. Now I have this paper I'm going to turn this way so that and so this is going to be the top. I have a tendency to cut the top off a bit, so I want it to be a bit bigger. So let's do this. If you have 5 pieces of paper, you do 5 cuts. 4 pieces of paper, you do 4 cuts. And the thing I love about this is they don't have to be, when you put them back together, they don't have to be perfect. One, because they're tags, and you decorate them anyway. Let's see. Okay. There's how we're going to start. Okay. So now we're ready to go. We've got our cuts here and our 5 there. And all we have left to do is glue. It's always my favorite part of crafting, is getting to put the glue down. I have to be careful with this paper that my daughter sent me because it's double-sided, and it's not cut in a normal way. So what I'm doing is I'm going each sheet of paper, or each cut. I start on number 1. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I started on number 1. I'm doing number 2. And if they're not perfect, it's not a problem because we're going to be decorating them later. So I'm not all that hung up on. I literally know nothing about the Grinch. I have managed to escape Dr. Seuss for all these years. I have never been enamored by him. but I have a feeling I have to at least get somewhat familiar with him, or at least the Grinch. Okay, so the next one I'm going to do is this one, which is going to fit right there. And I'm going to take paper number 1 and put it on card number 2. And paper number 2 and put it on card number 3. I made some cluster, I call them serendipity squares because they're squares, for Halloween, using this same technique. I think it was yesterday. But instead of, because they were so small, they're only 2 by 2, 1.5 by 1.5 actually. I just glued the whole paper, the base, and then put the paper on that way. So here I am doing paper number 4 on card number 5, and paper number 5 on card number 1. So we're going to do this one next. And I bet you can figure out what we're going to do. We're going to do card number 1. I'm sorry. Paper number 1 on card number 3. So one of the things I like about paper crafting is you can do the same thing, exact same thing, and it's never going to look the same. This one looks like a little moon there, doesn't it? It's kind of cool. So, Max and her family are into Grinch. Number 2 and her family are into Halloween, like big time. They like the scary stuff. I like the cute stuff. But I do the scary stuff too. I kind of do a mixture of both. Okay, I'm going to do this one next. So this is paper number 1. So it's got to be starting here. I hope. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Now this I didn't put on straight, so that's going to affect the rest of them. Not a problem. I'll trim that off, and nobody will be the wiser except us. And I'm certainly not telling Amanda. She's going to have to figure it out on her own. I might even turn this one over when I make it into a tag. And cut that part off as part of the tag. can hardly wait to decorate these. Last one. See how they're all the same? Isn't that cool? That's one of the things about wet glue is that you can move your papers around. It's not an instant stick. And there we are. 5 tags, all the same thing. And if you turn them over and cut the tag this way, this is going to look totally different than this one cut this way. I like them. I can hardly wait to decorate them. So, until we do the decorations. Bye.